As of my 36 years on this earth, I've come to realize that it doesn't matter what you do or how you do it. There's always going to be somebody hating. There's always going to be somebody complaining. There's always going to be somebody that has a different opinion than yours. So, baby, why care? Why not just do what God has called you to do and focus on you and your family? And that's exactly what I've decided to do with my life. And as I'm about to turn 37 years old, this is some of the wisdom that God has given me over the years, that if I had a new in the beginning, it would have saved me a lot of tears. It would have saved me a lot of stress, and it would have saved me a lot of worry. But this time around, y'all, I'm authentically me. And I really truthfully could care less about validating the opinions of others concerning my life or my family. So I got in this kitchen and made a slight Thanksgiving bust down. Nothing too major, but something to have you rubbing your toes at night saying, hey, it was a good day. And you know, one thing about me is that I'm not going to put any meat in my greens whatsoever. I just feel like they taste fresher that way. And I'm already adding meat on the side, on the major dish of the meal. So I feel like there's no need for me to do that. But I do like to add liquid smoke because I do like to have that smoked ham hock taste, sort of, kind of, right? And I did add water because I didn't have chicken broth or beef broth. But if you have broth, you can add that and just throw your seasonings in there. Add a little sweetener just to take out the bitterness of the greens. And baby, you got yourself some greens. Now, the yams is my favorite part because over the years, I've gotten very creative. So I add butter. I add extra virgin olive oil. I also add in some vanilla extract. And then I use agave because I like the way that it sweetens my sweet potatoes. And then you add a little bit of salt and cinnamon, just to balance everything out. You let this come to like a little simmer and you add your sweet potatoes. One thing about me, I'm going to cube my sweet potatoes like this because I like them to like kind of stay together. I don't like when they break up. I added some more agave on top. This is the dark brown kind, which I actually like better than the light one. And some lemon juice. Sometimes I also add in some orange juice and ginger as well. And then you just let it come to a boil, you guys. And literally, once it comes to a boil, you could put this in the oven. You could add marshmallows on it if you want. Put it on 350, y'all, and let it simmer and let it just get sticky. And then I've learned how to do my chicken very easy. I wanted to make like a smothered chicken, but like kind of different. So how I achieve that and save time is just by adding in my seasonings. I like to add mustard and hot sauce, Tony Chachere's, garlic powder, onion powder, but it's really the heavy cream. And if you have like a cream of chicken or cream of mushroom, that's really going to set it off. Mix it all together, throw it in the oven, you guys, on 350. Let it cook slow because of that heavy cream. You don't want it to burn. And then once it's pretty much done, take the heat up to 400. And y'all got y'all a good meal.